Now, when we say poverty is in the mind, we're trying to say that lack of money is not poverty. Lack of money is only a symptom of poverty. One of the symptoms of poverty. Now, we have concentrated on the wallet and associated it with poverty so much that people will do anything to fill the wallet. And then after time, they also get disappointed. They realize, it wasn't the wallet. Haven't you seen guys who get huge sums of money overnight?
On our SDR,
Yes.
SDR, they went crazy.
Those windfalls.
Yes.
When they find you still having a poverty mentality, you will spend that money in a poverty way. The two of us can get the same money.
Yeah.
But I will spend it in a poverty way, you will spend it in a wealthy way. Look at it this way. Someone gets 100 million today.
Yes.
Then they start thinking that they need to compensate for the lost time.
Hallelujah.
They need to eat all the food they have not eaten.
Visit all the hotels.
Yes, visit all the hotels. That's the time they remember they can also fly every day. That's the time they remember they can also have all the cars they should be having. They assume, they think this way. They say, assume I started driving at age 20. I would be now on my 5th car, and they go and buy all the 5 cars at once.
Oh my God.
So you will spend that money in a poverty way, and that will remind you that your problem was not the wallet until you address your view about money, your view about wealth. Nothing is going to change. Money alone coming to you will not make you better. In fact, it might make you crazier than we have ever thought. And that is why money does not live in the hands of such people for long. A person who has a poverty mentality is constantly worried about money.
Ooh.
Now,
many of us have put a check on that one.
Now, many human beings, if not all, constantly think about money. But this is the difference. The one with a poverty mentality spends a lot of time thinking about their lack of money. You know, poverty is a connotation of lack.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So them, they spend time thinking about lack of money. The other person might spend time thinking about, how do I grow my money?
What opportunities
are there? This other guy is wallowing in self-pity. I don't have money. What will happen when end month comes? When the landlord comes for their money, what will happen? What if this happens? Oh, I don't have money. I don't have money. So they spend a lot of time thinking about how they don't have money.
Wow. Okay.
Right? So that is one indicator. Now, the person with a poverty mindset also, they strongly dislike people who seem to have money. Some scholars have described them as jealous.
Oh.
Yes. They dislike people who have money, who seem to have money.
Why?
Right? And yet at the same time, they also wish to be like them. Right? There's some irony in there. On one hand, they dislike them. They'll talk ill of people who have money.
Yeah.
Hii ni pesa ya corruption.
Yes.
No one can have such money through normal process.
You cannot be saved and have that kind of money.
Yes. So they'll be talking ill of the people who seem to have money.
Yeah.
Right? Now this affects them because, one, they also confuse God. You see, on one end of your mouth, you're telling God, bless me with some. But on the other end, you're talking ill of people who have. So it's like money is not a good thing. If it makes people be like that one, I don't want. Now, this is the end result. If they get a lot of money, some of them, when they get a windfall, like the guys we have described, they might misspend the money on luxuries in a bid to be like those people they have been wishing to be like. And that explains why the people we have described will spend money the way they spend when they get a windfall.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Now, on an ordinary day, with their normal income, they believe that money should not be spent. Normal income, money should not be spent. But when they get a windfall,
they overspend.
They overspend, trying to be like those people.
Trying to play catch up.
Yes, trying to play catch up. So they believe that money should not be spent.
Okay.
And therefore they'll try to be mkonogamu, and especially on non-essentials. Because their default operating point is that we shouldn't spend money.
Okay.
So even before they pay that rent, they will zungusha the landlord. They have the money.
Yes, they have the money.
Yes, they have the money. They know they need to pay rent. But they will try to stay with that money. Because releasing the money is a challenge. Their worry is, what if the money is finished? Yet the money is already allocated
Yeah.
for rent.
Okay.
Right? Now, they also make decisions based on fear. Fear of what if money gets finished. Well, another characteristic of someone who has a poverty mentality is that they believe there are no opportunities. Completely. When they sit down, they're like, there are no opportunities in this market.
Yes.
They will sit and say, I wish I was in another country where there are opportunities. In Kenya, all opportunities are taken up.
Yes. Yes.
We don't have opportunities, which is not right. Now, on the same point of operating from a point of fear, these guys, in terms of debt, they'll be paying their debt in bits. Even when they had the full installment,
Yes.
they'll still be negotiating, allow me to pay half. So at the end of the day, they make the situation worse for themselves because they elongate the repayment of the debt.
Then the other
they
half,
get
what do they do
charged
with?
a lot of interest.
Yes.
They're just trying to play safe. Pesa ikiisha. That is their thought. You get? So they'll be paying debt in very small bits just to make sure that they try to hold on a lot of money.
Are this the kind of...
They also love self-pity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. You know, this thing is not for people like us. That kind of product is not for people like us. It is for others who have attained this and this and this. What brings about this mentality? And I'll mention about three things. One is upbringing. Many of us pick these things from how we grew, from our parents, how they were handling situations. Now, it has been found that people who grew up facing poverty are greatly affected by the poverty mindset because their orientation to life is that of lack, right? Then two is environment. If where you live is a place where every day you see strife and negativity, every day your subconscious mind is soaking the things that are happening around you. So you begin to believe that in this world, everything is impossible and people must constantly struggle. Right? Then, number three, it can also start from a single negative thought. You've been a good person, well brought up, your environment is good, but one day as you just seated at home, one negative thought comes up about money, and you entertain it. You give it room in your mind, and it begins to grow and flourish. And then it begins to neutralize the good thoughts that you've been having. And before you know it, you've just changed.